Okay. Everything's looking good so far. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering what in the world is happening. Well, I said in the recent stream I wanted to get back into doing some Black Ops 2 stuff. So we are going to be doing some Serenity for a bit. We'll see how this goes. I have a few shots that I want to do, but a couple of them it takes specific stuff to do, and I can only like the rocket ride shot I want to go for.
Let's go, ladies. We're on the clock. Time to
I
go to
already
work.
messed up. I mean, my shot's just that bad. No, we're good. My shots are just that bad. No, that's right. So, one of the shots I want to do is a rocket ride, but because it's private match, it is survival, but
RCXD.
it's private match, which makes me the host, which makes it so part of this Serenity,
Missile awaiting orders.
I guess theater mod in a sense, is if you're host, you can only go for one rocket ride. So
EMP systems awaiting orders.
I can only go for this shot once a game. Also, usually I have the time on unlimited, but because, because I'm streaming this, I don't want to do the same map constantly. I want to mix it up. So, I would absolutely love to hit this, and it'll be the first time I hit it from this spot specifically. Alright. So, there's a couple different spots and shots I want to hit on this map. And if we don't hit it, it's fine. We'll just go probably carrier. The other issue is the bots in this are a little annoying. Like if I'm trying to set up for a specific shot, they will kind of beat around me like this. Now the cool thing is, with Serenity, you can switch classes immediately. You don't have to wait to die or anything to switch classes, which is nice. And the menu you guys saw me use at the beginning, it doesn't have any form of EB or aimbot of any kind. And I completely forgot what I was going for. And to start, I mean, I guess I could throw a can swap in there. Now, this is also my first time live streaming this type of game. So, I do want to kind of preface this. If you guys are new to the channel, new to the stream, you may be seeing me go for specific types of shots that are a little, I guess, underwhelming of other trick shotters in the community, and it's if you basically if you follow me on Instagram, it's in my Instagram bio. But if you don't, which most people don't, I can't go for very difficult shots. My brain and my hand just don't really work together in that way. And they haven't been able to. Like, it took me about a year and a half constantly practicing to try and just be able to, like, shock charge cancel. Like, it takes me a little bit, and I'm just happy I'm at this point. So, you know, I tend to go from different spots, kind of throw some different stuff in there. Like when we head to Carrier, you guys will see what's. I've been trying to go for a specific type of spot on Carrier for a while. Um, I might actually end up trying to get all of the clips from my Instagram and upload it. Okay. That's fine. So, if I can somehow get those clips back and upload to the YouTube channel, you guys will kind of understand where I'm coming from. I have a spot on Hydro. Now I already hit this, but this spot, it took me, it was, wow, it's been a while since I've even gone for that shot. I was playing with a friend and it took me literally, I think in one game, which was, you know, time was unlimited, we played for like 2 or 3 hours just trying to go from this spot, this out of map spot on Hydro. And it took literally, of the 2 hours that we went for it before we absolutely lost our minds and just was like, you know what, screw this, we're just gonna go to a different map or just get off and go to sleep sort of thing. Okay, so with Serenity, I guess it depends on which version of it you're using, but if you basically if it says, you know, your bullet was really close to so-and-so from this distance or whatever it is, we account it as a hit marker. Because the bullet is just close enough to where it didn't hit the person, but it was like super, super close to it. So we essentially count that as a hit marker. I mean, I guess I could still do it. What to do with the Hellstorm, but we were going for that for 2 or 3 hours. Managed to hit marker it about 7 or 8 times. Now he tried to do something where my friend was like, you know what, screw this. I'm just gonna, like, it got to a point where we were just so tired that we decided we're just gonna jump and, like, not do any spins, but because of the distance, it's like 100 some meters away. So because of the distance, there was no chance of it hitting. We were like, well, let's just jump and no-scope and see if it's even possible. And the first time in like an hour that he doesn't even attempt to do anything, he just jumps off and no-scopes, he hits it. And that was the last time he played that map. Yeah, so I actually had a bit of a trick-shotting team probably this time last year, I would say, maybe even sooner than that. And it kind of broke apart, mostly because we just kept... We had everything lined up. We had a YouTube channel that a guy was going to buy for... I don't even know how much he was going to get it for. But it was going to have, like, I think he said, like 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. So in his mind, it was like, oh, it's going to be a jump start into what our team is going to be. Never actually got a hold of the channel. Never was able to talk to the owner of the account and actually obtain it. So that fell through. We kind of went a little too crazy with recruiting and didn't put out a recruiting challenge. We were just like, hey, you want a trick shot? You want to join our team? Here you go. And for the most part, it was good. We had some pretty good players in it. A nice friend group that I was playing with for 3 or 4 months straight every night for so it was good. And then we kind of picked up a guy who we just kind of met in a lobby and we were like, hey, want to join our team? And then he realized, oh, I can just go into theater and get like another type of theater mod that gives me aimbot, and nobody will know about it. And then he essentially just used aimbot for the next month straight, and we kept telling him not to. We kept being like, dude, like, let him know if you get caught using it again, you're gone. Nobody else in the team really wanted to be the type of person to be like, hey man, you're off the team. The aimbot obviously is not a good thing. So because of this, I had to step up and be like, hey man, we warned you about this, so you're off the team. And he didn't take it well. He kept using it. He kept saying he was a part of our team, even though we didn't associate with him anymore. And he started kind of giving us a bad rap to anybody else he came in contact with. If anyone asked him about, the mod menus or whatever, he said, oh, someone from our team gave it to him. Yeah, so it was a bit of a bad time, and I'll do some carrier for a bit. I want to show you guys that shot, but it wasn't great. But the reason I bring this up is because it's one of the team members who I was actually good friends with. Is the one I would do like 4 or 5 hour Serenity sessions with. Yeah, so just floaters, ladder knockbacks. It's nothing crazy.
Speed and aggression, gentlemen.
The one thing I don't like about Serenity stuff is that tomahawks don't kill. Because there would be so many different tomahawk shots I would go for. But I think they were kind of taken out and being like, hey, I think they were taken out because so many people were throwing tomahawks in the middle of their shot and they were hitting, or super close shots, or whatever the case was.
Hellstorm missile awaiting orders.
Also, the newest Serenity that I am using, the bot names are a little bit different. Believe it or not, the usual names you guys are used to seeing.
RCXD ready for deployment.
I'll set up for the shot. It's another can swap setup. Really? Just gonna walk right past me. Okay. So another cool thing about Serenity is the concept of moving into an area like this that has kind of a gold scavenger pack sort of look to it. That is a teleport. Now you guys will see in a second after I go over this shot where that teleport leaves you, and that would have been so nice to hit, but that involves the shot that I've been going for. I assume it's possible just because the spot is there. If it wasn't possible, I feel like the Serenity maker just wouldn't put it in if it wasn't possible, sort of thing. And they were supposed to come out with a new Serenity, I think it was V6, a few months ago, but I don't know if it was released, and even if it is released, I don't know. And I don't know how to get in contact with someone who, has it and can download it and save it to my files, but do that, jump knife, and it teleports us out of the map here. And a really cool thing about this spot that is my favorite is you use your way through the boat here, and there is a slide. And if you hit it right, and they're over there, so I'm going to go for it. That is the exact shot I'm trying to hit. So because I can't be super complex with the shots I go for, just because my brain and my fingers just can't really handle it, I tend to try and make up for it with different spots, different things like that. I've gotten so much hate in the past because of the type of shots that I go for, and it's just kind of gotten to the point where I don't really care too much. You know, standards. If you care, and it's 2021. If you care about standards in 2021, you may have to move on to something else and spend something else with your time because that's, you know. And I've always been the type of person to just enjoy doing it. You know, it was never a thing about standards for me. I knew I wasn't super complex with the shots I was going for, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to get on any like crazy team or anything. I still grinded for it, still was doing recruitment challenges just to kind of get my name out there a little bit in a sense, just to get a little bit noticed, but nothing too crazy. I think the recruitment challenge I tried the hardest for, I think it was for red, but it wasn't. There wasn't, it wasn't like a super crazy, response put out there or so many clips hit and all this stuff or whatever the case. It was just a case of me going out there, had the clan tag in, and was just playing. And
Systems detonated.
um, don't really know what is happening. I lost my EMP, but that's fine because I wasn't gonna use the EMP anymore. I think when I went for the iPad
Hostile UAV
glitch,
above.
I think I hit something on the D-pad and it just went
Hostile hunter-killer drone inbound.
So I know that this shot is possible. I know that
Hostile
you can
counter
shoot,
UAV above. Radar's down.
cross map like that. There's also this ladder knockback that I went for earlier that I have yet to hit. I think my bullet was close on one of them. So, let's see if we can go for this. Yeah, I think I know what happened there. I think when I went for it before, my finger just slipped and hit something on the D-pad, and there's some things on the D-pad that are like preset. That's just part of the program. Depending on the version of Serenity that you're using, some of them have slides, some have bounces, some have different spots for atom maps. Maybe a little bit later, either on the stream or maybe in a different stream, if you guys are really enjoying, the Serenity stuff, then maybe I'll do some other Serenity versions so we can get some other types of shots in there. And just hope that we can just do something else. I'm just kind of trying everything at this point. Just trying to get back into streaming, gaming. I want to focus more on the streaming than the YouTube side. But I do upload, or try to upload, all of my Twitch streams to YouTube. Because I know that I stream super late at night, and anybody that wants to view the stream are most likely sleeping or actually have things they need to do throughout the day, so they're not awake super late. So I do upload it during the day, which is actually really nice because I noticed that I get more people to view the stream as a video the next day than actually in the stream. And it doesn't matter if people are here live or people are viewing it as a YouTube video or, looking through, my VODs the next day on Twitch. As long as they see the content, I'm happy with Just any sort of feedback, positive, negative, is always appreciated. I know there's some people out there that disable. I never understood the type of people that, whether it's a stream or a YouTube video, or they're premiering something or whatever the case is, they turn their comments off. I never understood that. Maybe if you're expecting some negative comments, and you just don't want to see it, I get that, but any sort of comments, negative or positive, is always helpful. It's always, anything is good in that sense. I would like to hit something in this, just so I don't absolutely lose my mind streaming this and then have nothing hit. If you are new to the channel and new to the stream, I play just about everything. I'm looking forward to doing. I want to do more playthroughs. The only issue is there's no story-based mode or story game that I want to stream that isn't insanely old at this point. I've played story games in the past, and I've played through the Cold War campaign multiple times. I've played through Far Cry 5, I think, is the story mode game that I've played through the most of. Actually, I thought I hit that. That would be nice, but I don't know. It's just I like to do multiple things. I'm not, subjected to just one specific game. I would be playing Apex Legends right now, but it's, I've maxed out the battle pass for the season. I've past level 200 or whatever, so there's nothing I'm really leveling up for. I think it would be kind of cool though to do an Apex stream, and then imagine streaming Apex and then opening an Apex pack and getting heirloom shards in the first stream with it. I've opened so many Apex packs and just have gotten nothing out of it. I guess I could go for that detour. I have an atom map on detour. It's weird. Detour is weird for me. They lowered the death barrier on this, so you fall a lot farther, so it's actually playable. Well, I have an atom map, and the only way to get to the atom map is up here, and it's right there. You gotta Semtex yourself up to it. But it's an atom map. It puts you on top of air, which is a really nice shot. If I can remember how to do the shot, it's been a while since I've attempted it. All right. Okay, it's an stuff. So if you get a collateral or a triple to get to the last, it won't give you all your streaks, and sometimes I need all of my streaks to go for a shot. I'll go with this one. I think I need, if I can remember how to do the shot right. I don't know if it's, okay, wait, rats. Okay. And I forgot about the rocket ride, which I'll do after this, but I already messed it up. Completely. Oh, maybe it was the wrong class. Okay. It's been a while since I've gone for this detour shot, I may have to like watch an old clip of me doing it. Um, no, come on, guys. I mean, yeah, sometimes these bots can get pretty annoying because all they do is just like follow you like this. And especially if I need to like sit still for a second and like get this down, it's annoying sometimes. Okay. Not many, maybe I can catch him going on this one. And overspun it. Yeah. I'm just gonna do a bunch of different things right now. Mostly because I just completely forget. It's been so long since I've gone for that Atom map, I just completely forgot how to do it. I really can't remember. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm getting part of it. Come on, man. It's like training zombies sometimes with this. Like, all I'm trying to do is make it so I can stand on that barrel, throw a Semtex down, and then leave me alone. That's all you gotta do. I didn't get the can swap. Wow, I am really at it. Yeah, maybe a detour was not the way to go. Yeah, you can't even. Well, this was a waste. There's another Atom map here that puts you on top of this truck, but I mean, that could be something, I guess. I've hit a shot like that before. Oh, no, I don't know the distance of this. That's not it. Get the timing right. Okay, well, screw that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what other. I don't even know what other maps like I want to play necessarily. I may just keep doing studio and carrier for a bit just until I figure out what else I want to go for. I'm trying to think, are there any other? Oh, that's what I was say earlier about the hydro shot. And when I did eventually hit it, I got so much hate for the fact that it wasn't like a complex base shot. But in my defense, you know, to make up for the fact that I can't really be too complex with the shots, I, like I said before, I try and make up for it in any other way, really. Whether that's distance, whether that's creativity. In this case, it was a little bit of both. It was creativity because it was out of map, and it was distance because it was like over 100 meters. So I tried to make up for it in that sense, and I still got hate for it. I think a couple people were just upset that it wasn't too complex, but like, I I guarantee if you do the same thing, like it's funny to me to think that there's still people out there that again still cares so much about standards. I'm pretty sure if they saw someone hit, if they saw any of like the relatively well-known trick shotters in the community hit a shot that distant, like do the exact same thing I did, they would be crazy. But because I'm not a big name like that, they see me as just some other guy who goes for dumb shots. I have hit some pretty insane shots though. Like shots that I'm like super proud of. I had a shot that I hit. Oh, I saw his name. There was a shot on. What is it? It was an map on drone. That was a really nice one. There was. Really, most of them are Atom maps. Oh, I hit a really cool Atom map on Express. But the difference is, I can't go for it at the moment because it was on a different Serenity version that had a slide attached to it. I mean, the teleport spot is still there. But, like, the teleport spot would put me way out of the map on, like, a telephone wire. And then I would have to, like, tightrope walk on the wire to get to the slide, and then I would go for the spot. And I can't even tell you how many times I fell off that wire. Not even, like, there were so many more fails of me falling off the wire than there were of me not hitting the shot. Eventually I hit it, and the funny thing is I'm pretty sure it was like 1 meter more or a meter less distance of the hydro shot, which I thought was kind of funny. So I think I'm getting so good with the timing of it. The only issue is I'm not hitting. Like in any other time, if I shot right when the game ended, it would have hit. Still got the emblem with the Instagram in there. Because that was before I would upload on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch or something. I would only upload. Like I have an entire separate Instagram account just for clips, and I haven't posted once on my main. So then, in a sense, that's kind of become my main. We can do this one. I have a slide I kind of want to hit. It's weird kind of going back and seeing Hijacked in this game, in the original game it was in, because they recently added it to Cold War. And honestly, it feels the same, which is kind of weird to say about really any map remake. It's like there's always something different about the map. Could be like laid out the exact same. And I think the map that really kind of made me mad that it wasn't kept the exact same as the original was Hard Hat originally in Modern Warfare. Like
RCXD.
that or Modern Warfare 3 um, originally. And they put it in Modern Warfare
Hellstorm missile.
and they just completely messed it up.
EMP systems on standby.
Like, they blocked off.
Missile awaiting orders.
They completely blocked off a lot of spots. Like, I know it from playing All or Nothing and throwing knives across the map. Like, that's where I know it from. And, like, all the throwing knife spots that my friends and I would do, they blocked it off. So it just didn't really feel like Hard Hat to us. Also, we just ruined our brain in the game in general, but oh well, I guess. Are you gonna kill me? So I can swap? Thank you. My first ever rocket ride shot that I hit was on Hijacked. It was actually like right off of this too. See, if I would have known, I'll have to be this one. If I would have known that my streaks were going to be messed up like that, I wouldn't have gone for that. Now, the problem with this spot is if you go from it for too often, the bots kind of stack up on a certain corner. Because for some reason on this map they put like an invisible barrier. I mean, it's a bounce, but it's an invisible barrier on the other side of the hot tub, and the bots aren't smart enough to move around it like they are here. Like, they just get stuck on this. So, you know, every now and then they'll all run up there and they'll all just, you know, knife each other and go about their business. But most of the time they get stuck there. It just looks like the bots are like setting up for them. Which is not what I'm trying to make of this. I'm trying. It kind of upsets me that I can't go for all the stuff, or that my timing is off and I can't. Like, I have to stop spinning to do some sort of weapon cancel, and I can't continuously spin it. A lot of people have also suggested to me to change like my hand placement, but that's already difficult for me because my hands are super small. Like, I mean, I play a lot of guitar, but I can't play like hard or expert, because in that you have to use like all the colors on the board, and my fingers can't reach the last note, so I can't. Or I mean, I can, but it's way too tough for me. So I've been playing Guitar Hero for like most of. I don't know why I would do that. I would have been so upset that happened. But you know, I've been playing Guitar Hero for 6-7 years solid, and I'm still stuck on like medium difficulty. That's whatever, I guess. Actually, ever since the pandemic hit, I haven't been able to play it since what was it, February of last year. So it's been well over a year since I've even played it. Like I would only play it going to like an arcade, like a Dave and Buster's or something. I mean, I used to go to Dave and Buster's like every other weekend. It was crazy. Like I was essentially regular. Knew everybody who worked there, became good friends with them, and we're occasionally would make jokes about how they need to add like bigger, better prizes, sort of thing. I just kind of missed it, but like I had a routine to it. I would play, two or three, depending on if there was like a line, for Guitar Hero, if someone was waiting, if somebody else was already playing it, sort of thing. I would play two or three songs, mix it up a little bit, always start with the same like two, and then after that I would, do a couple other different games, like do like a basketball thing to kind of warm up, and then I'd go and do other like ticket-based games. And I was doing it for so long, I had a full routine for it, and just haven't, because of the pandemic, I just haven't been able to in more than a year. And I actually I drove past it this past weekend, and I thought about it. I was like, maybe I'll poke my head in there one day, and see what's going on. But with everything else going on still, I'm like, I probably could have gone like earlier in the year, like months and months ago. But my whole fear is like me walking in there, being so excited to play the games again, and then them just not working because of having to keep everything safe and clean. So, I mean, it's definitely understandable for that to happen, but can I please just hit something? Like, be like this. It's been, what, almost 45 minutes. I just haven't hit anything. But yeah, if I had it on unlimited time, there was a point where I was doing this for hours. Going for literally the same, like, two or three shots. Unlimited time. Just trying to hit something. But I guess that's the grind of a trick shotter. Is 9 times out of 10, you don't hit the shot. That once, it does connect. So let me hit something. It doesn't have to be too crazy, just the satisfaction of actually hitting something makes me happy. And there we go. Wait, 42? They must have been across. I'm gonna just Xbox record this just so I can see later, but that was really nice. Pretty happy with that. As I was talking about how I feel bad that I haven't hit anything. Alright, so there's that. Let's see. Vertigo. Ooh, Vertigo is a crazy one. Again, for outer maps. I had a really nice one on outer map on Dig. Like, most of my Serenity shots are outer maps. We'll go studio again. Like, I don't really know. I don't want to spend too much time on, like, a specific map going for a specific type of shot. But the problem is, the reason I do this though,
Free for
and not
all.
like online, is because Black Ops 2 online is just so it's the worst it's ever been.
Hands up. Let's do
And that's
this.
because you have I think there's like 1,100
Be
people
ready for
playing
launch.
the entire game right now, and obviously most of which are
Bye.
most of which are team deathmatch or
RC
search and
ready
destroy
for
domination
deployment.
sort of thing. There is a single lobby of free for all every day, at every time. There's one lobby, and 9 times out of 10, the people in that lobby are either just completely sweating and it's just no fun, or there's some sort of a modder, and it's not enjoyable. So I'm hoping that in the first I shot the complete wrong way. My rotation was so messed up. I'm hoping maybe I just gotta get on at an earlier time, something. But I miss the days where you could jump on Black Ops 2 free for all, and it would be nearly guaranteed that it's going to be like a sniper lobby. Like I miss those days. Or not just a sniper lobby, but just people that were just looking to have fun. And like learn. First attempt. I mean, it was really close. It was right in front of me. But there was another shot that I wanted to go for, but I don't really remember. I think the first shot that okay, so Serenity is interesting in the sense of, at least on console, um, because it is a theater mod. Sometimes the theater just doesn't load the clip, so you can use it, you can play on it. And sometimes it will mess up everything to where if you go into your theater, you go into clips, nothing will be there. Even if you just played, even if you had a recent game on something, it wouldn't show up. Nothing would load. And if that's the case, Serenity is down for whatever reason. There was a time Serenity was down for like 2 or 3 months, sometime last year. Maybe it was earlier this year. And I made a big Instagram post about it, how Serenity was over, I gotta find something else to do. Had a couple Apex clips, had some other Call of Duty clips. And if I can get a external hard drive, I can install a lot more games. Like I want to do more Warzone, I want to do, and kind of go back and do like World War II and stuff like that. But the reason I can't is because literally I think I have, how much do I have left? 6.4 gigs of hard drive space. Yeah. I mean, I can uninstall stuff. I can, you know, pinpoint. Like, I have a few games I could probably uninstall just because I don't play them, or they've been annoying me or something. For the longest time, I actually uninstalled Fortnite because a few seasons ago they took out snipers completely, and snipers are like the main amount of fun, the main thing that keeps me playing that. And they took it out, and I was like, okay, so snipers are no longer in this game at all. This is dumb, and uninstalled it. And that's freed up a lot of space. I did have a 2 terabyte external hard drive that is sitting right in front of me, actually, but it doesn't work. And one day, everything was fine. I had stuff saved onto it. There was still a lot of free space. And one day, I went to get on, and I noticed it said something about, you know, you need to free up. I think I went to do an update on a game that was saved on the hard drive, and it wouldn't let me do the update because technically I didn't have the game. It was downloaded. It was, it was bought. It was downloaded, but I couldn't access it because it was downloaded on the external hard drive that just kind of stopped working. I spent like $80 on that thing. Just had it work for like 3 months. So, I'm trying to find a replacement that doesn't cost nearly as much and will actually work. Um, so I could do, I think the game that I had the most fun on, I uninstalled Rocket League just because it's gotten to a point with that where my skill level is still the same. If anything, it's worse. And everybody else's that plays it is so much higher. And I never, like when I did play it, it was never online against other people. It was always a private match against bots just to like find something to pass the time. It wasn't because I was taking it seriously. So I installed that. That freed up like 20 some gigs, which is a lot less than I thought it was going to be. But I also just I want to get back on World War II. Like that was so much fun for me. I was going back and going through like old clips that I made to free up some space for that and for newer clips. And it brought back a lot of memories, and now I want to go back. I want to play those older games, and I want to, I want to play Warzone. I want to do stupid stuff and just kind of mess around in Modern Warfare again. I want to do World War II. Maybe I'll stream and go through to kind of hype up for to hype myself up for Far Cry 6. Maybe do like a Far Cry 5 playthrough again, even though I know essentially everything about that game. I even have my own route that I take through all 3 regions. Like, there's so many games that I wish I still had that I could play. Like now I'm playing Apex. I'm kind of going back. Like I have some alternate accounts that are like low levels. That I want to level up. Like nothing too crazy. Do some Apex challenges or stuff like that. Just kind of do older games. And so I've been doing some older stuff like that, and currently, if I'm not playing Apex, I'm most likely doing Cold War, doing some zombie stuff. I do have Dark Ether, but I'm kind of going back and getting some of the Battle Pass weapons, Dark Ether, and I just got the what is it, the AMP 63, is that what it's called? The fully auto pistol. That's based off of a SMG, I believe, from Black Ops 1. So, just doing stuff like that, and I got the Swiss K Dark Ether a few weeks ago. Currently working on I forget the name of it, but it's the newest tactical rifle. I got a couple camos for that, nothing too crazy. Still working on that. Like I'll do that, or the last stream that I did, where I just did private match against bots, like sniping, just trying to do something, trying to mix it up, do a bunch of different things. And I've also been playing a lot of MLB The Show, because for the first time ever, it came out on Xbox. So I was playing that. I'll do one more game at the studio and we'll go back to Carrier, but So doing that on the main, but even that has gotten to a point where it's just I think the game is bugged. Like stats don't show like if I have a specific like a specific stat towards say, power or contact, but if it's high enough to where I should be able to do something, it'll it just won't show up or anything or the is not the greatest because I'm in the major leagues right now. I think I'm a part of the Colorado Rockies, and that's not all that fun just because the AI doesn't. The way that the AI works is it doesn't matter what like difficulty level you put yourself at. The AI are going to be the same on any level, and they're not great. Like the last full game I played of it, literally I was the lead off batter. Like got a lead off triple, which was my first triple, I think of my career. And then I'm a pitcher too, so I don't have to speed. But so lead off triple,
Storm missile on standby.
no outs, and I'm stranded. And I can't shoot this because I don't want to get a triple.
EMP systems on standby.
So was
Hellstorm missile on standby.
teammates couldn't even do something simple as just hit a ground ball. So it's really annoying, and like I feel like I'm just doing all the work for it. So maybe I'll jump on and do a couple games. And the annoying thing is another annoying thing about it is if I'm on the mound and I'm pitching really well, got like a no hitter going or like one or two hits, it doesn't matter because the coach will always, especially oh my god, spring training's the worst because the coach will always take me out, like always relieve me within like the fifth inning. I could be doing so well that, and I realized that was when EMP, but I could be doing so well in that game on the mound where it could be a no-hitter through like the fifth inning, and they still take me out of the game, and we end up losing. So, small things about the game that are a little annoying, but nothing. I mean, I still play it. Maybe I know a couple people are doing like Road to the Show streams. Like I know Gold Glove is doing, his usual stream that he does for that. But I don't know. I might play it. I've got some other games I could jump on and play a little bit more of. I know at E3 this year, there was a recent like DLC update, a huge update actually, for Sea of Thieves. Now I used to play Sea of Thieves a lot, and then it got to a point where it put me in a server where I'd be going up against people who are like, oh, that's a small boat. I'm going to destroy it and take all of their treasures. And I mean, you can't control the way people play stuff when it's, PvP, PvE sort of stuff like Sea of Thieves is. But I think they added some sort of quest involving Jack Sparrow, which is kind of a cool thing. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not big on, any Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. But it's still pretty cool to have, a pirate-based game and have Jack Sparrow as a part of it. So I may jump on there and do that. I haven't done it yet, so maybe I'll make a stream of it, or maybe I'll make a video about it. We'll see. this guy's gonna die. I don't know, I'm just trying to mix it up and do like a bunch of different things and not just try and stick to one game. I may stick to one game if you guys are really enjoying it, or if I start to enjoy it a lot more. The problem is the only time I'm able to stream is like super late at night when everyone else goes to sleep, so I'm not really bothered. But by that time, I'm kind of burnt out from some other games. So maybe I'll do some other games during the day and then save Apex, you know, or something like that for later. Yeah, something like that. We'll see. We did hit one shot, and I will definitely be tweeting that shot out. Probably when the stream ends. Just to kind of give you guys a heads up, and then I'll upload the stream to the channel tomorrow afternoon. If I can hit a second shot, I'd be pretty happy with that. If I can just hit... why not? I guess it could go. Like, at least show you guys what like, at least show you guys what that spot is. Okay, so... Another out-of-map spot, which is probably why... You're probably wondering why there's just random red dots out there. It's this. You walk up to that blue box, and you're out. I don't even know if you can hit from that. I've never seen anyone be able to hit it from that spot. I have not hit it myself. I also think I shot under the map, so it didn't really make any sense, so it was never going to hit anyway. I'm trying to think. Like all of like the super crazy stuff, you know, that I want to hit. You know, it's gonna be too crazy. Like I know I'm not gonna hit it. And then some stuff that I know that I have already hit. It's like once I do hit like a really crazy shot, I don't know what else to go for. Because I feel like if I go for it again and hit it again, it just becomes too repetitive. I mean, we'll see. Like, I'm shooting right on, they're just not... They're not hitting all that well. And I messed up rotation. Yeah, I definitely felt that as I was doing it. So there's that one. There's also a pretty common bounce here. You jump on this electrical box. The timer. I hit it twice there. That was weird. Like that shot is a shot I would go for when it's like in a normal lobby. I remember like the first time I spent like a lot of time on Serenity, and then after that going back to like normal like BO2 free for all lobbies and being like, I don't know how to trick shot anymore because all of my classes are set up for Serenity stuff, and my mind is so focused still on Serenity that I don't know how to trick shot normally anymore. Like, if I can hit that bounce with the can swap, I'll be happy. Like, that's the shot I want to hit now. Obviously, that rocket ride, the Atom Abs, are all shots I want to hit. Like, I've actually hit that hijack slide like 10 times, but all of them are like very similar, but they're also just a little bit different. So it's crazy though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to carrier after this. Yeah. I mean, I would love to hit that rocket ride, but I've hit so few rocket rides that it's crazy. Like, I've gone for so many, but I haven't hit like that many of them. So, I know it's crazy.
Free for all. You have on-scene.
My bullet has gotten close to this Atom, but it's like also I used to do this thing. Gosh, I don't even know how long it's been. When I did my phase brick series where I would just go for these shots. In that series,
Ready for deployment.
I had
Hellstorm missile.
there was a specific bot that I feel like I would hit 70% of my trick shots on. And now I want to find a bot in this because the bots are named.
EMP system.
I want to find a bot that I can do the same thing.
RCXD ready for deployment.
So I want to find a bot that I can, whether I kind of I want to call out and be like, oh, I'm gonna hit a shot on this person, and have it actually hit that person. I have yet to ever do it. Whether that's, online, offline Serenity, whatever the case is, I still have yet to actually call it out. Or maybe I have. Maybe I called it out. I don't know. But I want to mix it up a little bit. I want to do stuff like that. And switch, and of course perfect timing. Make sure it's over there. C car this time on the EMP. I feel like there aren't as many. Maybe they're just like so spread out that it's hard to tell. One of these days I will hit that. It's only a matter of time before that hits. I have hit, funny story, I actually have hit this boat bang. It was a really weird one because the gameplay itself lagged, but the kill cam was fine. Usually it's the other way around. Usually if it's, the kill cam is lagging and not the gameplay, but, it was legit. It definitely was legit. If you can't have aimbot in these lobbies, especially if you're the host, because they were just kind of they weren't coexisting. It just wouldn't make any sense, but I think they made it to where if you do have some sort of a mod menu or a hacked account, you can't load the clip into theater, which is nice. I mean, there's still gonna be people that find it, but if I can just get the bullet to be close, I will take that as a win on this shot. And it's been close twice ever, and I've gone for it like a couple thousand times. Like that hydro out of map that I was talking about earlier. It took me like at least like 8,000 attempts to hit that. Like it was insane. But yeah. We did have a shot though, which I'm pretty excited about. Right after saying, oh, I really would like to hit a shot. Just something else. Alright, that would have been kind of nice. Like overshoot the bounce and suey it. Okay, well if I got my rotation right because I knew actually what I was doing, that would have been nice to hit. Yeah, I gotta spend, a good chunk of time just through like my Twitch account settings and go through every little thing and make sure the stream is up and make sure the chat's working fine. Maybe start to get some moderators in the chat just to make it feel like I'm actually to feel like I'm actually making progress with the streams. Like I get more views on the streams after I upload it than I do viewers in the stream when it's live. Which, I mean, I've said this before, like, everyone's got to start somewhere. Like, I've got a friend who I think is still streaming now, who is pulling, like, 3 or 4 viewers every stream, which for him, he just kind of plays the game. And people just kind of go into his chat. I'll go into his chat and just kind of hang out with him every once in a while. There's not many people in there, but he's one of those types of people like me where he just plays the game and doesn't really care how many people are there to see it, just as long as eventually someone sees it, and makes him happy. The problem is because of where I'm jumping off from and where the bots are, it kind of messes up spawn points, so it puts me in like the same corner like 6 times in a row. So I just kind of keep jumping off there. And I'm not getting like that bullet trail one's perfect. Just moving it was there. There's 2 different, like, I guess, what's the word? There's different, like, combinations that I'm going for from the data map. And it all depends on whether or not, like, I get the select fire. Like, if it swaps the weapon, if it brings out Peacekeeper, then I go for 1 shot. If it doesn't, I got my sniper back out, I go. And I've made that to where You know, it's not like, oh, I mess up a shot, I just can't go for anything. Like, I always have something I can go for. The swap still was able to do something. That way I feel like I'm not completely wasting every single attempt if I fail this type of shot that I'm going for specifically. Need more people to be over there. Like that is perfect. I had a friend hit from that corner, and still to this day, he was like messing around. He actually ended up hitting it like no, no idea it was gonna hit. Like no sort of feeling like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna hit from the spot. Like he literally jumped from this corner, went for a shot, and hit it, and hit it through like the bottom part of the boat, and was like freaking out about it. And he was one of the guys in the team that was using a menu and was like putting on aimbot and was putting on, you know, all this stuff just to make it seem like he was actually hitting. Because he would hit, you know, 4 games in a row. And I was the only one that was like questioning if it was legit or not. So apparently he hit it legit. Still to this day, I don't think he did.
It's too close.
And if I ever like, I'm in a point now where anybody who has given me any sort of disrespect in any way in the past like year or so, I just don't talk to them. I just don't want to have you got it. You know, I just don't have that. I just don't have the negativity in my life. You know, not in a. You really 2.3 meters on the last attempt. Come on, don't do that to me. I just don't want to have that negativity, you know, around me. And so cut him out, and even to this day, like if I'm ever to talk to him again, I'll still bring it up and still say that I think he was faking it. We'll do one more of this, and then I think I may just end the stream there. I'm going for almost an hour and a half, so I'm pretty happy with that. Usually the streams are a lot less than that. Like I had
Free for all.
the Cold War private match stream the other night go only like 20 some minutes. I wanted to go longer with it, but I had a friend call
You have execute
like
authority.
middle of the stream, mid game. That's why I kind of stopped towards the end for a bit. Like I had a friend call who it's the type of friend where you don't hear from him that often, but when you do, it's like something serious they need to talk to you about, and it was one of those things. So, you know, they were kind of going through some stuff and wanted me to kind of help them kind of talk themselves through it.
RCXD.
Her and I started talking for like almost an hour, just talking about this stuff, and then, you know, so if you're wondering why the last stream was only like 20 minutes long and have like a really weird, out of nowhere abrupt ending, that's why. Like I literally said,
Missile on standby.
"Oh, someone's calling me. I'm gonna have to end the stream. It's gonna be serious," and then just ended it. So, like I want my streams to be at least an hour. Depends on, you know, if I'm playing with anybody or just if I'm feeling up to it. I do want to stream more though. Like I've already streamed more in the past month than I have
On standby.
like within the past like year or two, like a couple years. Um, I I'm a little confused. They must have been on the other side of the plane, but that was oh, there they are. Nope, they're on top. Well, that was really quick. But I'm still gonna head to standoff because there's a out of map bounce that I want to hit on standoff that I just remembered. So we'll do that, and then it'll probably go the full 10 minutes. So I think I'll just end it after the standoff game. Technically, we had 2 shots. Okay, it's something. It's nothing too crazy, and it was with. It wasn't even with my like actual trick shot class. It was with this one. But that's one I did. Ah,
All right.
I'd really like to hit a shot on this map because I don't think. I mean, I've hit a couple, but they're not like too crazy. Like I think I hit a couple like window shot type shots, but nothing. When it comes to Serenity, I don't think I've hit anything too crazy on stand.
RCXD ready for launch.
I think
EMP systems awaiting order.
I'll make the rocket red. I don't know if I can
RCXD ready for deployment.
spot. So maybe I'll put it over here or something. Come on, there you go. I kind of wish that they had like tomahawks were able to kill because it'd be so much easier and more fun to go for tomahawk shots in this. Like imagine if you had like an unlimited distance for tomahawks to travel. Like that would be really cool. But no, they have it turned off for all Serenity just because it messes everything up. And I actually thought that was gonna work. There we go. Actually, it was a lot closer with that rocket red shot than I usually am. So it's funny. There's 2 names in this like bot setup that I really want to hit a shot on, and because there's like 20 some different names up for these bots that just kind of rotate in and out of games. They're not in every single game, and they're hardly ever in it at the same time. And they are not at the same time. Only one of them is in this one, and that is a man by the name of Ion Sean, which is no longer an Ion. It's actually a parallel. But I want to hit a shot on Sean just so I can say that I hit a trick shot on him and like tweet it out or something. Like, I think that would be like a really cool thing to do. I think it'd be pretty funny. And then the other name I want to hit on is someone that I've looked up to for I don't know, like over 10 years maybe. Like just someone who he's a professional wrestler by the name of Rey Mysterio, who actually he's the reason I started watching wrestling in the first place, was because of him. And his name is in this. And I think whoever made the bot names just went through Twitter and was like, hey, making a new set of bot names. Give me a list of names that you want me to use. Some of them are inside jokes. Some of them are other like Call of Duty names, and then you got those ones that are thrown in there too. So there's a couple that I'm seeing in the feed right now that are like the fact that someone was like, "Oh, I have the perfect name for you to use for this new bot list." That's it. Now I don't know if you can actually hit this from out here, so if I can find... I've never been able to hit one from out here, and the bullet has always been close. Yeah. I don't know. The other like cool thing about Serenity is when you scope in, your crosshairs don't move. So you really don't have to hold your breath, but I'm just so used to doing it. No, I'm still gonna go for it. Like that was like perfect right at that half wall, but I don't know, it'd be really cool. Like I could like clickbait the heck out of both of those shots. Like, oh, I hit a shot on, on another trick shot, or have it, put Sean's name in it, or hit a shot on a wrestler, sort of thing. I think that would be really cool. Like, I have yet to hit a shot on. I know I have hit a shot on Sean, but for some reason I don't think I tweeted it. I think it was only through Instagram. Because that was when I still wasn't tweeting stuff out. I was really only uploading on Instagram. So I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of trick shotters, Call of Duty players, just overall streamers and gamers have been making a TikTok lately. And just kind of doing like a secondary Instagram type thing where they just upload their clips to it, which I might do. TikTok isn't my thing. I don't watch it. I don't know really anything about it. So maybe I'll do it. I'll at least look into it. Just to kind of have it just another like social media outlet for myself to be on. I feel like most of these shots are on too. And maybe not that one, but I was doing so well with them. That one went perfect. Yeah, but I definitely need to put a lot more work in the like behind the scenes stuff with my Twitch. Go into some settings and edit some stuff in. Make sure I got mods and make sure everything is set up. With the title and just everything else that kind of goes into it, and definitely throw that in there and make it look a little bit more professional than it is now, but still starting out. I'll get the hang of it eventually. There comes a point where when there's like a certain session where I know that I've been trick shotting for too long, I'll be going for the same shot, and then once it hits that I've been playing, like I know that I've been playing for too long, when all of a sudden I just forget what shot I'm going for. I start messing up, I start messing up rotation, and just forgetting what I'm doing in the shot. And I'm like, okay, well, at that point, I need to know I need to go to sleep. And I am definitely at that point. So this is 100% the last game. Last 50 seconds. Been doing it for an hour and a half, which is pretty good. To get back in the swing of things. Definitely let me know if you guys want to see more of this stuff. Like I said earlier, like I can stream just about anything. Like I'm basically a variety.
Clock about to expire. Step up.
I can just play it again. So it's no big deal, but I'm just happy we had 2 shots. We already had 2 shots. You know, and definitely looking forward to streaming a lot more. The timing of it is still pretty bad, but you know, hopefully I'll be finding a way around that. The camo it's another theater mod. But as of right now, I think it's the only one you can get. Yeah, it's a little bit bad timing though. I'm about to end the stream, but beyond, I want to try and stream tomorrow as well. Stream about like 10:30 or 11, probably 10:30 Eastern time tomorrow night, just to try and get back into the swing of things and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Also gonna use this as a YouTube video for tomorrow. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me in all of my social media stuff. That'll be in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.